right, we are Facebook Live.
Hello.
Facebook Live.
Welcome
Welcome. I'm Joey Atlas, and this is
Nick Doherty.
We're going to get our wireless wired mics on here. Nick already has hers on. That's cool.
Yeah.
We're going to get the audio fired up, and then we are in business. Start recording. This is Joey Atlas,
And Nick Doherty.
back with episode number
27.
of the
Wellness and weight loss for women.
Well Done Wellness and Weight Loss for Women podcast and video show. So as you're watching on video, be it in real time on Facebook or after the fact on Facebook or YouTube or elsewhere, we thank you for being here. We've got a really good, very big topic, no pun intended, that we're going to talk about today. And there's a few angles to this that are going to be really helpful for anybody watching or listening. But before we get into the good stuff, we need to cover the other good stuff. Any housekeeping, anything we need to share, worth sharing, that is also educational maybe?
Lots of things worth sharing. We can talk about BNI.
Okay, is that Business Network International?
International. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so BNI is an international business networking group that has many, many little local chapters. I remember being involved with BNI back in New York when I first started, right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I didn't mention that yet, but it came back to me. Yeah, I was in a BNI, maybe several of them, 25 years ago.
Wow.
Very beneficial. Sometimes you get an odd group here or there, depending on where you're at and what their timeline is, but it's generally been a fantastic experience. So, somehow we were introduced to somebody at BNI, right? They reached out via Facebook. My former spouse, Anne-Marie, connected somebody who was, I think it was Leslie with me, and that's how it started.
Okay.
And that's how we got to where we're at now. Thank you, Anne. So, what is this all about? Well, we network with other businesses as part of a group, and they generally only take one type of business from each subject area.
Right.
So we're the only fitness business in the group, right? One accountant, et cetera, real estate,
Right.
attorney, dentist, roofing company, home builders, you name it, right? So we are the fitness company now. And the beauty of it is that Nikki's going to most of the meetings. I'm going to try to make a few here or there, but we'll be involved, I'm sure, in some other events.
Yep.
The beauty of being in the business networking group is that, yes, we'll get more exposure and we'll be able to help more people who they know and are in touch with. We'll be able to help some of them as well. But what's neat is that we have something unique for the business people of the area. And so, what is that?
Corporate wellness.
Corporate wellness.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't even know there are such things as corporate wellness programs, corporate fitness programs, right? Corporate well-being programs. And it's been around a long time, especially for the larger companies, like the massive, big companies. I actually got my start at Pepsi-Cola headquarters in New York, in the corporate fitness realm. Did several internships as part of that big internship, and then a part-time job there. Got involved with other companies in their corporate fitness departments. And since then, 25 years ago, it's trickled down to a lot of medium and small size businesses who now realize there are huge benefits to having fitness and wellness as part of our company's offering to our employees and the executives and the owners. So we've been working on this a while, and now we're able to introduce it locally, that we're presenting corporate wellness programs for businesses of various sizes. It doesn't matter if you're one or two people, you're still a company, or you're thousands of people in this big company. We have the capabilities of putting programming together both here and on site around the northeastern Florida area, and sometimes even further than that, remotely, way remote, by way of either having people come here at certain times for corporate fitness classes, personal training for certain people and companies who need or want personal training, sending our fitness pros, our Sculpt-to-Fit certified and educated fitness pros to teach our gentle methods of fitness and wellness on site to your location to train and work with your employees at specified times on a defined schedule for your corporate wellness programs at your locations. And we can come consult with you, we can look at the space you have or don't have, and we can best advise you on how can we make use of a 10 by 15 room. Hey, we also have a 30-foot room by 15 feet. We have this or that. We can advise you on how to maximize the most of what you already have without having to add thousands and thousands or maybe tens of thousands of dollars of expensive equipment that just is not necessary. A corporate wellness program does not require a fitness center or a fully stocked gym with all the weights and machines. It doesn't require that. It just requires knowledge, know-how, and the application of the right tools to the right demographic at your company. When we match those two things up, we can create massive, massive health benefits, benefits that make the staff and the employees want to stick around longer, makes them more productive, makes them absent less, it makes them present more, it makes them more productive while they are present. Less aches, less pains, less injuries, less complaints, better moods, better positivity, better camaraderie amongst everybody there. So there's a cascade effect of all these benefits at various layers that just benefit the business and the culture as a whole, right? So we put that out there. If you're watching, even if you're not local and you want us to help you with a corporate wellness and fitness program, we are highly capable and probably at the top of the list for who'd be the best match for you. So reach out to us if you're in. How can people reach out to us, by the way?
So sculptfit.com. You can go to our website. You can email us. We want to email in questions. My direct email is Nikki, Nikki, @sculptofit.com. We can do text or call, 904-891-3680. What else? Where else can people find us? Facebook. Here. If you're watching, you are on the right Sculpt-to-Fit page. If not, search Sculpt-to-Fit on Facebook.
Right, Sculpt-to-Fit on Facebook. Those are the big ways.
Yeah.
So
I think what's great too about what we do, particularly in corporate wellness, is that it's so scalable. So in our BNI meetings, there are people that are part of companies that are massive and people that are part of smaller entrepreneurs. We have the ability to see what needs are there and meet those. It's not a kind of cookie cutter plan.
Right, it's customized.
It's absolutely customized.
Customized. Different companies have different demographics. Some of them are more made up of millennials and younger generations, and some are made up of high Gen Xers and baby boomers. And while our approach is still safe and beneficial for every population, there still needs to be some customization on how it's delivered and how it's structured. So the best way to go about that is by doing a discovery meeting. We find out what your needs are, what your concerns are, what your confusion is about all this health and wellness and good nutrition stuff. We clarify that, we clear it up, and then we come up with a program based on your company's needs via the people who make up that company, what their personal needs are, and we put together a program that serves everybody who wants to be involved, who wants to take advantage of it, because not everybody wants to take advantage of the program, but most people who are looking to better themselves and improve their position within the organization because they're taking care of themselves, they're open to it.
Yep.
So fully customized. Reach out if you're wondering. We're happy to help you. We know we can help you in ways that you may not even realize right now. And the benefits have a domino effect. There's a ripple effect. When individuals are healthier, stronger, and happier, everything in their life is better. Their work is better, their productivity, their moods. And when you get a lot of people together, all getting better, the organization gets better. You can't lose. You can only win. Right?
Yeah.
All right. What else? What other housekeeping? Anything?
I think that's a big one for now.
Okay, so if you're not into corporate wellness and you're not in need of that, if you're long distance, come connect with us at fitnesstraining.live, fitnesstraining.live. You will get a bunch of freebies plus all updates to the podcast and more surprises that we'll send you along the way. That'll give you an entryway to our entire realm. We've got paid programs you could do remotely, from private coaching to owning one of the home gym systems for your home or your office, to just a very simple long distance video on demand membership that'll give you access to all of our programs that already exist, plus everything we add new each month. Recipes, cooking videos, motivational seminars, lots and lots of training videos for everybody in the family, not just you, but everybody in your family will be capable of doing all these different programs that we put together. If you are local, you want to come get a taste of this, see what it's like, see if it's for you. Just like Nikki said at the beginning, sculptafit.com. You can reach her by that phone number. You can go to our Facebook page, reach out to us. We're fully available and ready to help you.
Absolutely.
And now, we're going to get into the topic.
All right.
You remember what the topic is?
The top 3 biggest ways.
Close. The top 3 causes of weight gain.
You said biggest earlier.
I said
tease
biggest.
it through.
Right,
Tease
right.
it through.
The top 3 causes of weight gain. Now, this also is going to touch on ways that prevent people from losing weight,
Okay.
right? Because there's an overlap here. So this does not include reasons for fast weight gain or unexpected and unexplainable, or at first unexplainable weight gain. We're not talking about like medication-induced weight gain,
Okay.
Major life event weight gain, drop into severe depression weight gain, hormonal change related weight gain. There are polycystic ovarian inflammations and events can cause rapid weight gain. We're not talking about anything like that. We're talking about mass market, general population, top 3 causes of people gaining weight, which is one of the biggest problems, not just in this country now, but in the world. So, you ready for me to give you number 1?
Let's hear.
All right. Now, these have come from our years of working with people, being conscious of how we take care of ourselves and knowing the difference between how we get and achieve and maintain our results versus how other people keep gaining weight and can't figure out why. And a lot of this has been uncovered in coaching situations, especially one-on-one coaching situations, at looking at the details of what a person is doing where they can't figure out why they're gaining this weight slowly over time. They just keep expanding and they can't stop it. Or they can't lose weight despite them thinking that they're doing all the right things. So, number 1 is eating healthy but not being mindful of volume and total caloric intake. So we've seen this often. People want to get healthy. They want to get in shape. They want to lose weight. And one of the changes they make is that they start consciously not going on a diet, but they start eating healthy, right? According to what they believe and what they read and heard is eating healthy. Because if you eat healthy, then you should be dropping the weight, right? That's a generalization. And for some people, that works.
Right.
For most people, it doesn't, because eating healthy does not mean that you're also eating the right volume and caloric intake for your body's nutritional and energy needs. You may still be overdoing it. And if you're overdoing it, all that extra has to be stored somewhere.
Yeah.
So the confusion over eating healthy versus eating healthy and within your caloric and nutrient needs and range are 2 different things. Right? So a lot of people get really confused and frustrated. I'm eating healthy all the time and I just can't figure it out and the weight's not coming off. And I had a friend who started eating healthy and the weight dropped off. That's 2 different scenarios, right? So the key is, yes, eating healthy, but on the other hand, we have to make sure when we're eating healthy that we're not overeating protein, we're not overeating carbohydrates, we're not overeating healthy fats, we're not overeating these things that are still healthy.
Right.
We still need to make sure the amounts are matched to our needs, right? Have you seen any of this over the years?
Yeah, and it's frustrating for a lot of people because they've made that change and that transition, and they want to see those results immediately. But absolutely, it is the amount of energy that your body needs, and if you're going over that continually, it's
It has to go somewhere.
body knows it's good, but it's extra. Exactly.
Right. So it's definitely a positive step, because it'll positively impact your health. But in terms of getting the weight off, we still have to look at totals and then make adjustments. Okay, sometimes it's too much protein. Sometimes it's, well, there's clearly too much carbohydrates that you're taking in every given day. Even though, yeah, it's a banana, it's rice, it's a sweet potato. These are all healthy choices, plus other things, but it's too much.
Right.
You're not burning those as fuel.
Right.
So that fuel is staying on your body. So once we start looking at the details, then it's easy to figure out, right? We'll look at somebody's food log and we can clearly say, yeah, that's most likely too much of this. That's a heavy oatmeal breakfast. We could probably decrease it a little bit, seeing that, lunch is going to be something with more carbohydrates. So again, it's all individualized, but once we start looking and seeing, then we can start making objective changes that usually bring about the desired effect on the person's body. Right?
And typically, when people start eating healthier, they can have a larger volume of food.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like that Snickers to, the spinach.
Right.
But it's kind of where we come in and say, okay, like, now let's educate you a little bit more on what is proper for your body.
Right, fine-tuning things.
Yeah, fine-tuning. I like it.
Number 2, eating and drinking without paying attention. Right, just eating your meals, drinking your beverages without really being mindful of it. Okay, now this is really what goes on out there in general population. Most people just eat and drink when they're hungry. They eat and drink until they're either very full or beyond full, because then they think they're satisfied. Or they're just eating and drinking way beyond what they should in terms of desserts, sweets, high-calorie beverages that are piled on top of what's already a high-calorie diet, right? Fried foods, they carry an exponential amount of calories. There's still lots of fried food eaten in this country.
Yeah.
Heavy carbohydrates. Most people start eating way too early in the day, and people will commonly eat several thousand calories at breakfast in the average American diet. Right, they'll eat and drink several thousand. That's enough for a whole day.
Yeah.
So you're already behind the 8 ball in the morning. Your day hasn't even started, right? But that's how most people in this country have been programmed to operate. Eat and drink when hungry, right? And for some people, it's very cut and dry. For others, there are deeper emotional reasons for having a much higher increase and intake of food and beverages than they actually need. The challenging thing is that we live in an abundant country. There's so much food and beverage in this country that we don't need it all. And it's obvious because so many people are obese and gaining weight out there, right? 80% of the population or something like that. It's high. But we can see it when we go out there. So it's obvious that as a whole, we're overeating and drinking way too much. Like, the proof is right there in front of our eyes. We have to be mindful of that as a society. We already are, as people who live this lifestyle and have our values intact and our actions in line with our values. We already live this way. We live in a way that our consciousness has risen above the default programming of society. Default programming has people just eating and drinking way too much, as often as possible. There are way too many food and beverage places and dessert places that exist in this country. Yeah, it's great, it's convenient, but it's overkill, and it's obvious what's going on out there. So we have to realize that it's up to us to take responsibility for our own self-awareness and mindfulness in terms of how we fuel and feed this body, right? So that means we have to pay attention to what, how, and why we're eating and drinking, which is what most people are not doing, hence the weight gain and the rising problem of obesity, not just in America, but now spreading to other countries. Got to pay attention, right?
People finish the plate, no matter what's on it, it's just got to be finished.
And I don't mean pay attention like, yeah, we're going to go eat, I'm going to pay attention to this meal. No, it's paying attention for what it is you actually want to achieve, right? And if you don't care about your health and you want to gain weight, then that's what you pay attention to. But if you're serious about improving your life, your quality of life, your longevity, your wellness, then you must pay attention to first what your actual needs are, and then pay attention to how you're fulfilling those needs with the nourishment you're taking in, whether it's at home, at work, on the run, on the go, eating out, whatever that is. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that's perfect.
Good. Number 3 doesn't even really have to do with food. One of the top causes of weight gain and inability to lose weight, if you're trying, is choosing not to exercise.
Okay.
Make sense? All right. So, how many people out there would love to, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to work out?
We had this, was this last week?
We touched on this last week. The thing is, you're not supposed to lose weight without exercising because this human body is made for activity. It's made, built, designed for movement. When we don't move it enough, when we don't use it enough, when we don't use this body to interact with this awesome world we live in and take advantage of our full capabilities, our metabolism goes down. Our energy needs go down. But if we're still eating, we're going to be gaining weight. Or if we're trying to lose weight and not exercising and having fitness training as part of the equation, our body's just not going to either get rid of the weight, or it's going to have a really hard and slow time of getting rid of the weight if all you're trying to do is control your diet to get the weight off. By exercising, what are some of the things that happen with the body that make weight start coming off?
So there's so much. We'll start off with the basics. So the more muscle that you have on your body, the higher metabolism. Because at rest, you burn more calories. So even if you're not doing anything, if you're sitting down working, but you have better muscle than you did if you weren't working out, you are burning calories, more calories sitting there than if you didn't.
Exactly.
So that's, it's your metabolism.
And we're not talking about being a stage competitor or, a bikini model on stage or a pageant, fitness pageant, or for guys, we're not talking about being a bodybuilder on stage kind of muscle. It's great if you want that, but this is more about healthy, fit, strong muscle structure of the human body so that you can have a better life. And that higher quality muscle, and yeah, we want it to be toned, right? We want to have nice muscle shape and have a nice aesthetic appeal. But that higher quality muscle that you're building requires more energy to maintain it. So it burns calories while you're sitting doing your work, or if you're out for a stroll, you're actually always burning more calories over the course of a day because of this high quality muscle that you've developed in your body.
Yeah.
Also, fascia, connective tissue, the nerves. When we train the whole body and we stimulate fascia, connective tissue, and nerves as well, not just the muscle, all of these are physiologically active.
Yeah.
They require calories and nutrients to maintain them as well. And so it makes it easier to lose weight because we're getting our entire body and all the systems that are connected metabolically activated and humming along in a way that our bodies are meant to be stimulated. We're not meant to be sedentary and dormant. We're just not. That old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it, it's very true. Cool thing is, if you use it properly, you regain the use of this body. You gain your health. You gain your wellness. You gain your longevity. Exercising must be a mandatory part of any proper weight loss program, right? Again, it's not about weight loss. If you've heard past episodes, we don't drive home this idea about weight loss only and losing weight. We use the word in our podcast because it catches people's ears. We got your attention. Then we can teach you. This is about optimizing body composition in order to achieve the unhealthy excess weight coming off, hence the word weight loss. Optimization of body composition, right? Decreasing body fat, increasing lean tissue density, which again, it's not just muscle, it's fascia, connective tissue, neurons, everything, all lean body tissues. Bones, bone density. When we increase all these and we make the human body stronger, better, and more capable, then the fat has nowhere to go but off, right? It gets burned off because you're saying, hey, we're taking care of you, we're optimizing you, let's get rid of this excess, right? And that's one of the things a lot of the ladies in here experience. Matter of fact, before we fired up for the podcast episode, we did a candid cam video after one of the morning classes. We had 4 ladies in here who were willing to share and they were sweaty, and they were like giving me, why'd you have to do this after we're all sweaty and all, but that was the perfect time. We'll try to share the video somewhere near this one as well, or we'll link to it after the fact. Keep your eyes open for it. And they're getting in shape. They're getting fit with a gentle style of fitness that's adjustable for all levels. Even I do it, and I've got enough muscle tone, right? Nikki does it. She's got that great athletic body, all levels. Even Maddie, she was saying in that video, Maddie's a peanut, but she's got a miniature bodybuilder's body. This is what she does. She doesn't go beast mode, not hardcore. But the ladies, our ladies who are here, who are actual clients of the studio, we're saying their body composition is changing. Their posture is changing. Some of them who are after weight loss are losing weight. Some of them will admit, I do have to work a little harder on the nutritional parts because you guys teach us what to do, but it's up to us to do it. But who was on the end here? Nancy, down 4 clothing sizes or pant sizes. Not 4 pounds, 4 pant sizes. And it's easy to see because I remember when she started, I look at her now, she's like a woman changing, like in front of your eyes, literally changing. Yeah. And she's not going beast mode, she's not killing it. She's doing our gentle, methodical, focused approach to fitness training. So exercise must be part of the equation. We need that body strong. We need it capable. We need you to have balance. We need you to have agility, coordination, right? We need to have all and it makes you sleep better.
Yes.
Sleeping better has a cascade effect. It helps with your metabolism, your hormone regulation, and it allows the weight to come off even more so. And your body composition gets better because you rebuild when you're sleeping. Your body recuperates when you're sleeping, and it rebuilds those muscle fibers. The bone density. It happens while we're sleeping. The miraculous body does all this while we're sleeping. How cool is that? So that's it. Those are our top 3. This is another sticky note session, sticky note podcast episode. And I think that's it for now. I actually, in efforts of keeping these to the time that people like, we're gonna end this here. We're gonna save what I was gonna include for next time, which is, I sent out a miniature email newsletter earlier in the week. And Donna Z replied to that. I happened to get the reply, and Donna said something to the effect, this was really well written. Thank you for sharing this one this week. And I read it quickly, and I thanked her for her compliment, and I realized, yes, it was well written, but the material that was included in there actually was very, very helpful. So I had an idea of reading it on the podcast and the video show today, but we're at our getting close to our 30-minute time limit. So we're going to save that for the next episode, plus whatever else we might add in. If we have another sticky note session topic, we're going to bring that in. But I think we're good. We good? Well done.
Awesome.
Good work. All right, so if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, whether you're watching on video or listening on audio, find where you can come post for us. That might be right below here where you're watching or listening. If you're on audio, you might be able to send us an audio message. And worst case scenario is if you're confused, you don't know what to do, just go to sculptofit.com. You can reach our Facebook page through there. You can reach our Instagram page through there. And we've got a contact page form where you can reach us through there as well. You got the phone number. You can text us, call us. And if by some chance you do and you don't hear back from us, try one of the other ways, because sometimes an email gets lost or a Facebook message gets lost or what have you, or it goes invisible or something. So try multiple ways to get us and let us know how we can help you, because that's why we're here and that's what we're here to do. And we're going to sign off on audio. Thank you for tuning in. This is Joey Atlas.
And Nick Doherty.
We'll be back next time with episode number 28. We'll speak with you then. And on video, as you're watching us take off our wireless wired mics, as always, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your eyes, your ears, your attention. We love you that you stayed to the end. Think of one person or more, lots more, who will benefit from seeing this, hearing it, and learning what we share, because that's why we do what we do. We want to help you and we want to help anybody else who needs to hear this kind of good material. We'll see you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you. See you soon.